Hello everyone, today we're diving into a topic that many of us have wondered about at some point: how to give someone butterflies over text. It's not just about sending a simple "hey" or "how's it going," but about creating that excitement, that feeling of anticipation, and making them look forward to every message you send. So, how can you do that? Here are 4 key strategies to create those butterflies over text. When it comes to building excitement and creating that fluttering feeling over text, one of the most effective ways is by being playful and flirty. Texting might seem like a simple and casual way of communicating, but the way you express yourself can leave a lasting impression and make someone feel truly special. The beauty of being playful and flirty is that it strikes the perfect balance between light-hearted fun and genuine interest, drawing the person into your world in an enjoyable and exciting way. Being playful doesn't mean you have to be overly coy or juvenile. It's about adding a sense of spontaneity and teasing into your messages that keeps the conversation interesting. Playfulness can be conveyed through humor, teasing, and friendly banter, all of which create a connection that feels fun and carefree. When someone enjoys chatting with you, they'll want to keep texting, and that feeling of excitement is exactly what will give him butterflies. Flirting, when done right, is subtle and not overly direct. It's about suggesting an attraction without overwhelming the other person with pressure. A simple flirty comment or playful challenge can spark curiosity and make them wonder what's next. For instance, instead of saying something obvious like, "I think you're really cute," you could tease him with something more subtle like, "I bet I could totally beat you at a game of," insert something fun they like to do. It's not about the actual game, it's about the fun and light competition that makes him want to engage with you more. A little back and forth banter that keeps both of you intrigued and laughing creates an undeniable sense of attraction and excitement. A big part of being playful and flirty is the art of teasing. When you tease someone, it's important to keep things light and never cross the line into being mean or hurtful. Teasing should make the other person smile and laugh, not feel insecure. For example, if he shares a story about something he did, you could respond with a playful tease like, "Haha, I can't believe you did that. You're either brave or a little bit crazy." This shows that you're interested in him while also keeping things fun and light-hearted. It also gives him the opportunity to playfully defend himself or share more about his actions, thus keeping the conversation going. Another fun way to bring playfulness into your text conversations is through the use of emojis, GIFs, and playful language. These small touches can inject humor into a conversation and help set the tone for a light, casual chat. A well-placed wink emoji or a funny meme can instantly shift the energy of a conversation and make it feel less formal and more relaxed. Don't be afraid to use playful language, like calling him a sneaky troublemaker or joking that he's totally ruining your plans in a fun way. These little expressions show that you're not taking things too seriously, which helps to keep the mood light and playful. The key is to make him feel comfortable and excited to text back. It's also important to know when to introduce a little bit of mystery into your playful texting. Playful doesn't always mean you have to give away everything up front. In fact, sometimes holding back just a little can spark curiosity and make the conversation more intriguing. For instance, if you're talking about a fun plan you have for the weekend, you might drop a line like, "I have something planned for this weekend that's going to be a blast. I can't tell you all the details yet, but let's just say you're going to love it." This teases him with just enough information to keep him guessing, but not so much that it's obvious. The sense of mystery you build here encourages him to stay engaged in the conversation because he wants to know more. And when you build anticipation, you're essentially giving him an opportunity to look forward to more moments of excitement and fun with you. The beauty of playfulness is that it opens up space for both of you to be yourselves and to have fun. It allows you to let go of any pressure or expectations and simply enjoy each other's company through conversation. While you may be teasing or flirting, you're also building a sense of comfort and connection that makes texting with you something he looks forward to. And this, in turn, makes him feel special, wanted, and excited about the next conversation. Another effective way to incorporate playfulness into your texting style is by using hypothetical scenarios. These situations allow you to imagine something fun or adventurous with him, which gets his imagination going and invites him to engage in the fun. For example, you could ask, if we were to take a spontaneous road trip right now, where would we go? Or if you could pick any movie for us to watch together, which one would it be? These types of questions spark imagination, give him a chance to dream about fun moments with you, and create a playful atmosphere. They also show that you're thinking about fun shared experiences, which deepens the connection and makes him feel more invested in the conversation. The ultimate goal of being playful and flirty is to keep the excitement alive and create that flutter in his chest every time he sees a message from you. This excitement isn't just about physical attraction, but about the connection you're building through your playful energy. By keeping things light-hearted, humorous, and teasing, you create an environment where he feels comfortable and eager to communicate with you. Every text message becomes a chance to give him butterflies, leaving him thinking about you long after the conversation ends and eagerly awaiting the next one. So, the next time you're texting, remember to have fun with it. Don't overthink every message, just embrace the playful side of your personality and watch as the butterflies appear in his heart with every message you send. Complimenting someone is one of the most powerful ways to make them feel special, but it's the uniqueness of the compliment that can truly give him butterflies over text. Everyone enjoys being praised, but if your compliments feel generic or predictable, they may not have the same impact. In order to make your compliments stand out, it's important to think beyond the typical "you're handsome" or "you look good" comments. The key is to focus on what makes him unique and show that you appreciate specific qualities or actions that are distinct to him. This approach will not only make your compliments more meaningful, but will also help build a deeper emotional connection between the two of you. The first step in giving a unique compliment is to really pay attention to who he is, not just how he looks. Complimenting his appearance can be nice, but if you only focus on his physical traits, your messages may come across as shallow. To avoid this, make sure to highlight qualities or actions that demonstrate you truly know him and value more than just his outer appearance. For example, instead of saying "you have great eyes," try saying "the way your eyes light up when you talk about insert a passion or interest of his is amazing." This shows that you're paying attention to the way he expresses himself and are admiring a part of him that goes beyond the surface. When a compliment acknowledges his personality, character, or how he behaves, it feels more sincere and thoughtful. Another way to make your compliments stand out is to be specific about what you appreciate. Generic compliments like "you're amazing" or "you're the best" might make him smile, but they don't have the same impact as a compliment that speaks directly to something he's done or a trait he has that you find admirable. For example, if he helped you with something, instead of just saying "you're so helpful," you might say, "I really admire how patient you were while helping me with that. It shows how much you care." This not only makes your compliment feel more genuine, but also reinforces the value of his actions and character. By being specific, you make him feel seen for who he truly is. And that is what makes a compliment powerful. One way to personalize your compliments is to make them about the qualities that make him stand out from others. If he has a talent, skill, or trait that not many people have, acknowledging that can create a strong sense of admiration. For instance, if he's a great listener, instead of just saying "you're a good listener," you could say, "I always feel so heard when I talk to you. It's such a rare and valuable quality to find in someone." This kind of compliment is more impactful because it emphasizes how important his unique traits are to you and makes him feel appreciated for something that isn't easily found in everyone. When you compliment him, think about what makes him different from other people. Perhaps it's the way he approaches life, his sense of humor, or how thoughtful he is in everyday situations. For example, if he's the type of person who remembers the little things, you could say, "I'm always amazed at how you remember the tiniest details about people. It shows how much you care and how thoughtful you are." This shows that you're not just complimenting him for being a nice guy, but acknowledging his personal touch in the way he engages with the world around him. These unique compliments will make him feel valued in a way that general compliments never could. Additionally, the timing of your compliments can make them even more meaningful. Complimenting him after he's done something that impresses you, like accomplishing a goal or overcoming a challenge, adds more weight to the compliment. It shows that you're recognizing his effort and acknowledging his achievements. For example, after he finishes a project or accomplishes something important to him, you could say, "I knew you could do it." The way you approach challenges with determination and focus is honestly inspiring. This doesn't just praise his success, but also his mindset, showing that you see more than just the outcome and appreciate the effort and attitude behind it. Complimenting him about how he makes you feel can also be a great way to show your appreciation for his uniqueness. For example, instead of just complimenting his looks, tell him how his presence makes you feel. You could say, "You have this amazing ability to make every moment feel brighter when you're around. I always feel so much better after talking to you." This type of compliment is deeply personal and speaks to the emotional impact he has on you, which is far more meaningful than any superficial comment. It also makes him feel like he has a special place in your life, and that's the kind of compliment that can really give him butterflies. When you compliment him, it's also important to make sure that your words are authentic. If you're giving compliments just for the sake of giving them, they can come across as insincere. Instead, focus on aspects of his personality or behavior that you genuinely admire. If you truly appreciate how he handles stressful situations, express that admiration in an honest and specific way. For example, you could say, "I love how calm and collected you always are, even when things get hectic. It's something I really admire." This shows that you respect and appreciate his ability to handle pressure, which in turn creates a deeper connection between you both. A unique compliment can also highlight something you love about his sense of humor, style, or perspective on life. If he has a quirky or offbeat sense of humor that makes you laugh, let him know how much you enjoy it. Saying something like, "Your sense of humor is one of the things that always makes me smile. You have this way of making even the smallest things so funny," shows that you're not just impressed by his outward charm, but by how he brings joy and lightness into your life. This kind of compliment deepens the emotional bond and makes him feel appreciated for his individuality. Ultimately, when you compliment him in a unique way, you're telling him that you see him for who he truly is. You're highlighting qualities, behaviors, and actions that make him stand out, and giving him the recognition he deserves. These compliments go beyond superficial praise and make him feel valued for what's unique about him, and that's what will truly give him butterflies. It's the thoughtfulness, the attention to detail, and the emotional connection that makes your compliments unforgettable. Building anticipation is one of the most powerful tools in creating excitement, whether it's in relationships, communication, or any type of engagement. When it comes to giving someone butterflies over text, it's all about creating a sense of longing and curiosity that makes them eagerly await your next message. Anticipation adds a level of excitement and mystery to your interactions, which keeps them coming back for more. It's a subtle but effective way of capturing their attention and making every message you send feel like something to look forward to. The key to building anticipation is knowing how to tease without giving everything away too quickly. When you leave a little to the imagination, you spark curiosity and intrigue, making them wonder what's coming next. For instance, instead of directly telling him everything you want to say, try dropping hints or creating moments where he has to ask questions. This way, each conversation becomes an opportunity for him to explore what's going on in your mind, and it keeps the dialogue engaging. Imagine texting something like, "I've got something really exciting planned for the weekend, but I'll tell you later." This immediately creates a sense of anticipation because he will be eager to know what it is. He'll be thinking about it, wondering what you're referring to, and the mystery makes him more invested in the conversation. Another effective way to build anticipation is by hinting at something fun or exciting that's about to happen, but delaying the full revelation until later. You might say something like, "I have a surprise for you, but you'll have to wait until we see each other to find out." And this doesn't just make him curious, it makes him excited. By withholding the details, you are setting up the expectation that something fun or unexpected is coming, and when it does finally arrive, it will feel like a reward for his patience. Building anticipation in this way keeps things fresh and keeps him looking forward to your next conversation, wondering what surprise or exciting moment you might have in store for him. The element of surprise is another critical component of building anticipation. People love the unknown, and when you can create an atmosphere where the next text message or conversation could reveal something delightful or unexpected, you make him more eager to keep the conversation going. You can achieve this by being a bit unpredictable in your responses. Instead of always being straightforward or predictable, you can throw in an unexpected compliment, comment, or question that keeps him on his toes. For example, after a fun chat, you could say, "You just wait, I have something else to share with you soon," without giving away what it is. The suspense will make him want to check his phone constantly, wondering when the next surprise will drop. One of the most powerful ways to build anticipation is through playful teasing. Light teasing in a text conversation can build excitement without feeling forced or too intense. For example, if you're discussing a topic that could lead to something fun or intimate, you could tease him with a line like, "I'll tell you more later, but only if you promise not to be too curious." This kind of playful teasing creates a back and forth dynamic that makes the conversation feel more alive. By not giving him all the information, you're subtly inviting him to ask more questions and invest more energy into figuring out what you're talking about. Every time he doesn't get the full answer immediately, it keeps him engaged and thinking about you long after you've sent the text. Another great way to build anticipation is through the use of the soft reveal. Instead of giving him all the details up front, give him bits and pieces, slowly revealing information over time. This encourages him to stay tuned and hang on to every message. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm planning something amazing for us," you could say, "I've been thinking about something special for us. I can't wait to tell you more." Then, in subsequent messages, you could drop hints or give small clues that keep him engaged. This slow build-up of information keeps him excited and invested in learning more. Every time he gets a little closer to the full picture, it's like unraveling a mystery that's too intriguing to ignore. Creating a sense of future possibility can also build anticipation in a meaningful way. This doesn't have to be about immediate plans or events. It could be something you're looking forward to, a shared goal, or even a future experience that you want to share with him. When you talk about the future in an exciting way, it makes him feel included in your plans and gives him something to look forward to. For example, saying something like, "I was thinking about how much fun we'd have on that trip we talked about. I can't wait to make that happen." Even if it's not happening for a while, creates an emotional connection to something you're both anticipating. The idea of a future event creates an ongoing source of excitement and gives him something tangible to look forward to, even if it's a long way off. Sometimes the anticipation can be built not just by what you say, but by how you say it. The tone of your messages plays a big role in creating excitement. Using open-ended language that invites further conversation and leaves room for him to imagine what you're implying can be a powerful tool. For example, you might say, "What if I told you that I have something planned that could make your day?" Without giving specifics, you've already set the stage for him to wonder what could possibly be so exciting. Every word and every pause builds suspense, and the curiosity you create makes him eager to find out more. This technique makes each message feel like part of a larger story or build-up, which increases the excitement around every new text exchange. Finally, when you build anticipation, you also create a sense of urgency. The longer you let him wonder about something, the more eager he becomes to figure it out. This sense of urgency can work wonders in a conversation. If he knows something exciting is coming, he'll be more likely to respond quickly, keep the conversation flowing, and engage more deeply. The combination of mystery, surprise, and a hint of something good coming his way will make him anticipate your messages and the next step in your interaction, keeping him interested and invested in the conversation for much longer. Ultimately, building anticipation is about creating a sense of excitement, curiosity, and expectation. By leaving room for imagination, teasing lightly, and revealing things bit by bit, you create a dynamic that keeps him engaged and eager for more. Each message becomes a part of a larger story, and the longer you can keep him waiting for the payoff, the more intense and exciting it becomes when it finally arrives. Sharing personal and meaningful moments is a powerful way to deepen your connection and build a sense of intimacy with someone, especially over text. When you share these moments, you reveal a part of yourself that others might not see. and that vulnerability can create a stronger emotional bond. It's not just about telling someone about what happened during your day or what you're doing, but about sharing the experiences that have shaped who you are, your emotions, and your perspective on life. These moments bring you closer, allowing both of you to connect on a deeper level and make the conversation feel more real and meaningful. When you share personal moments, it's important to do so in a way that invites genuine connection. This doesn't mean oversharing or telling him everything at once. Rather, it's about finding the right balance, revealing enough to give him insight into who you are without overwhelming him with too much information. For instance, instead of just saying, "I had a great day," share why it was great. Maybe you accomplished something important or spent time with someone who means a lot to you. You might text something like, "Today was amazing. I had a really good conversation with an old friend, and it made me realize how important it is to nurture the relationships that matter most." This kind of message not only tells him about your day, but it also gives him a glimpse into your values and what matters to you. It opens the door for deeper conversations and invites him to share his own experiences. Sharing personal moments also means expressing your feelings in a way that invites him to understand your emotional world. When you feel a particular way about something, whether it's excitement, sadness, or something in between, sharing that vulnerability creates a more intimate connection. For example, if you've been feeling a bit down or overwhelmed, you could send a message like, "I've had a tough week and I've been feeling a little off. It's not always easy to admit, but talking about it makes me feel a little better." These kinds of messages show him that you trust him with your emotions, and they provide an opportunity for him to show support or share his own experiences. It can help create a space where both of you can be open and honest with each other, strengthening the bond between you. Similarly, sharing moments of joy or celebration can also help to create a sense of connection. For instance, if you've achieved something that you're proud of, don't just keep it to yourself. Share that moment with him. But don't just focus on the achievement itself. Focus on how it made you feel. You might say, "I just finished a big project, and I'm so proud of how it turned out. It feels amazing to see all my hard work pay off." This not only gives him insight into your accomplishments, but also allows him to celebrate your successes with you. It's a shared moment of joy that can make the connection feel more special and meaningful. One of the most impactful ways to share personal moments is by reflecting on past experiences that have shaped you. These stories can reveal your values, your growth, and your perspective on life. Sharing personal anecdotes about your childhood, family, or important life events can give him a better understanding of who you are and what has influenced you. For example, you might share a story about a lesson you learned from a family member, a travel experience that opened your eyes, or a difficult challenge you overcame. Sharing these stories not only deepens the emotional connection, but also allows him to see you as a multifaceted person with a rich history and life experiences. It creates an emotional intimacy that goes beyond surface-level conversation and helps build a deeper connection. It's also important to share the little things that might seem insignificant but are meaningful to you. These can be small moments from your day that reveal what you care about or what makes you happy. For instance, you might text something like, "I walked past this cute little bakery today and it reminded me of that time we went to one together. It made me smile." This small personal detail shows that you're thinking about shared experiences and the memories you've created together. It helps keep the connection alive by bringing those moments back into the conversation and sharing them with him in a way that feels genuine. When you share personal moments, it's important to also be open to listening to his moments in return. Creating a space for mutual sharing deepens the emotional connection and builds trust. The more you open up about yourself, the more likely he will be to open up as well. If you share something meaningful with him, he might feel encouraged to share his own experiences and thoughts. This exchange of personal stories can create a sense of equality in the relationship where both of you feel comfortable being yourselves without judgment. Being authentic and vulnerable when you share personal moments is also key to making the conversation feel real and grounded. If you try to present an image of yourself that isn't entirely accurate or try to appear perfect, it can create a sense of distance between you. Instead, embrace your imperfections and be honest about your experiences. This will not only make your conversations more authentic, but will also create a space where he feels safe to do the same. For example, if you're struggling with something, share that with him. You might say, I've been trying to work on something that's been on my mind for a while, and it's been tough, but I'm determined to get better at it. This vulnerability allows him to see your strength, as well as your human side, and can lead to a more meaningful and genuine connection. The beauty of sharing personal moments lies in their ability to bridge emotional gaps and make conversations feel more substantial. It transforms casual exchanges into something more meaningful and can make him feel more connected to you on a deeper level. By sharing moments that are important to you, whether they're big life-changing experiences or small, everyday things, you invite him into your world. This not only creates a stronger emotional bond, but also lays the foundation for a deeper connection, built on trust, authenticity, and understanding. When you share personal and meaningful moments, you allow him to see the real you, someone who is open, vulnerable, and capable of creating a lasting and meaningful connection.